All right, welcome to JCCR Racing, and welcome to Gran Turismo 7. Still my favorite sim racer, and we're going to be taking on Spa. It's Friday night, so by now the driving is usually pretty a good deal more hectic. Not a whole lot of kindness on the track, so we got to prepare for defense. Those that have chosen the GTR, excellent idea. Not only is it the meta car, it's also very solid and very difficult for other cars to knock off the track. Knight Rider Jim, good evening. Let's get it is the right attitude. And Christopher Bieber, I am well. I'm sorry last night I was doing some community work, we could say. So I was busy. Sorry, it snuck up on me. I know Wednesday I talked about making it. Usually three weeks out of the month, we will be here from at 9:30 every night, Monday to Friday. Ronan47, good evening, teammate. What is up, brother? Knight Rider Jim, good luck with Race B. We're going to try to kick it in the GT3. Let me know how your race goes, and maybe we can get a nice little lobby going afterwards. If we don't have enough people, I'll just race this up a second time. So either 2 races at Spa or a whole bunch of races after this in the lobby section. If you want to join our lobbies, our YouTubers versus subscriber lobbies, pretty easy. Just look up JCCR, Race Clean, or Kick. Alright, so it's Friday. We got to have that radar on and keep a keen eye on it. And by the time Friday rolls around, drivers are going very quickly. They've got a lot of practice. So you need to put the time and practice in. We missed Thursday night races, so we're missing a little bit of practice. And the cars are pretty fast. Tom, congratulations to Super Doofus Tom, having a very close to world fast lap. Not far off the world, the top time in the world. So congratulations. I am proud of you, brother. Keep up the work. Keep putting in the work. Perseverance will beat out lazy raw talent. Alright, so far, so good. Let's see if we can hold on and not crack underneath the pressure. Yeah, we are in 4th, and it can be very easy, just like in life, to focus a little bit too much on what's ahead of you, or to worry too much. You can't get stuck worrying about what's ahead of you. You just gotta work on the present, what's right in front of you, and try to have that will slowly build towards a good future plan. Because of course, daily efforts, small daily efforts can make a huge, life-changing, dramatic effect or result that will dramatically change your life if you put in a little bit of effort every day, and you do this over the course of weeks, months, and even years. You will have huge results. Whether you're hitting the gym, starting your own business, taking on a new sport. For me, it was taking on a few years ago public speaking. I was not deathly, but I was very uncomfortable with public speaking. And I said, you know what, small efforts daily on a YouTube channel, and I'll increase that capacity for publicly speaking. Or starting 10 months ago in the e-racing league here with pretty much no sim race experience. I figured if we just put in a little bit of work every day, we will get better, and we have been getting better. And of course, it has been dramatically helpful to have the community along for support and for learning. Love learning and growing together. Thank you for all the tips and tricks, folks. And if you're watching this on replay and not as a live, you'll definitely want to consider putting it up, catching us next time as a live. Lone Wolf, what is up? Or let us know how your races and tracks have been, Lone Wolf and everyone. But the community has been great, and if You want to catch all the tips and tricks. Just make sure that whether you're watching this live or not, have the live chat box on so you can see what people are writing about. Often giving tips and tricks to the tracks themselves, to various cars. And that's what we're here to do. Be a community, share some kindness, learn and grow together, talk tracks and cars. And if you haven't already done so, do make sure you check out Super Doofus's channel. And a huge thank you to our members. Alright, Dano, what is up, teammate? Dano's been trying out the BMW recently. Used to be all about that Viper, but he's getting some good work done in the BMW. Oh, dang. Come on, buddy, get back into it. Here we go. Come on, let's go, let's go. Oh, he's taking himself off the race. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. I really was waiting for him. That was not good. Sorry, folks, that I did that. I ruined his race, but he needed to persevere through it. He was still going to be in third position, but my waiting has now gotten us to have, I guess, a new driver as the third place. I wish he would have continued racing. I wish I wouldn't have hit him, but what's done is done. You can't change what's done. You can only adapt and move on, and I was hoping he was going to do that. Really sorry to that driver. Who was it? Oh, I can't see anymore because he's just parked the car. Shame on me. Well, if someone in this race wants to Batman me, I will take it, and I will have deserved it. Tried to correct the situation by waiting for him, but the damage is done. I didn't just try, I actually did. Should have picked up a penalty for that. Spa being a little... jeez. Another major mistake on my part. Well, I saw the braking, I just didn't have time. And we were not going through that turn at the same time. I think I had the right speed, but still my responsibility to not hit the car in front of me, even if they go too heavy on the brakes. Rough night. I usually don't hit hard any cars. Usually some light paint trading, so I'm sorry that y'all had to see that nastiness. Old fifth. Oh, and I've cooked it. Yeah, and then oddly, I'll get no penalties for causing some major damage to other cars, but then if you go off track slightly, big penalties. They need to maybe think that through. Alright, let's see what we can do with the last lap. This track, when you think of the size of the track, the width, you'd think it's the type of place that it's easy to pass on, and yes, this straightaway, nice, easy place to pass. The rest of the race is pretty difficult to pass. Not a whole lot of speed if you're trying to stay on the track. see if that turn, not enough to completely close the gap, but it would appear like we're getting just a wee bit closer. Laying off the throttle to make sure I don't hit this poor guy for a second time. I did make sure that I waited and have waited for him to get back into position. Ooh, he goes through there very quickly. Good work. Yeah, I definitely wanted to avoid hitting him a second time, so I drove myself there off as a track. I'm sure that's going to harm quite badly that safety rating. I was on full safety rating, so when I say that, I normally don't hit cars at all, other than maybe some very, very light paint trading. It really is the case. That was bad. Let's not have that repeat again today, or tomorrow, or any other day. Film this, yes, we certainly can. Definitely, yeah, still top 5. If I would have not made those 2 mistakes and then waited for the cars, of course, I think the proper thing to do is to wait for the cars. Well, I would have picked up a 3rd, but I'd much prefer doing the right thing after I do the wrong thing, accidental or not, and it was accidental. Wait, and get into 5th. So film this. Maybe you can do a little head count to see how many racers we'd have if Dano and Knight Rider Jim are in, and if Ronan are in. Kind of sound like will be enough, and then who knows if Tom will get in early enough after dinner, or maybe he'll has other nightly plans. But either way, very cool that you've got our team show on. Super Doofus, and congratulations again on the 150th top world time. All right, good. Let's do it. Let's do it. Anyways, my reaction times are off tonight, as I clearly very good. My safety rating should go down, but Spa kind of broken. I think I should have picked up some time penalties for that, or maybe it should be if you wait for the car, you don't pick up a time penalty, and if you do wait, if you do wait for the car, no time penalty, and if you don't wait for the car, then they just give you some wild time penalty like 10 seconds or 15 seconds, kind of telling the system that, yeah, you meant to hit him off and you're just trying to dirtily steal a place. Ooh, film this, a 2-hour lobby, my goodness, congrats, that's excellent. That's a good amount of racing. Oh, but not the same race. Okay, yeah, lobby. For my brain automatically started to assume you did a 2-hour race, which is that's something. All right, let's get this lobby going. Yeah, come Friday, some fast peoples. Oh, Ronan, thank you very much. Yeah, prayed. I was worried but not worried. And the little one is all better. And maybe almost a little too much energy after all the sleeping she did the last few days. And she's, gave me a good head bunt to the nose, but I'd much prefer that. Much prefer getting head bunted than one day was definitely hard. I was going to work in case she wasn't feeling well. She was begging me to stay. That was tough. All right, let's load up these settings. Let's get the best template up. Where there's a bit of damage, there's a lot of penalties for booting people around as much as the game will allow. And we'll do a red. What race? Philness, you're in tonight. You've helped me so much with the channel. Dano also, but we'll have you pick second, Dano. Philness, what race would you like, my friend? Let me know, and hopefully there's not too much delay on the show here. Let me just check this out. All right, here we go. Above 10, even before the lobbies, so that's fantastic. Loving it and absolutely appreciating you all. And let's see here. We got Christopher Bieber in. I saw that. Fantastic. Thank you for Christopher Bieber. Ronan, thank you. Philness, Dano, Super Doofus, thank you very much, guys, for being in. Knight Rider Jim, of course. And what did we get a little call on? Oh, I'm not seeing what... oh, Dragon Trail. Thank you. Sorry. I was missing things. Yeah, it's a little Death Chicken. Gardens and Seaside. Let's do 3 laps, and that way we'll do more races. Kind of be getting some back-to-back racing. I was liking quite a bit the McLaren, except for some reason I tried to do a lap before turning all this on with the McLaren. It just was not jiving for me on our on Spa. So I think the 911 is the right car. I think any car that you're consistent with is the right car. That's the fastest car, is the car you can be the most consistent with. Oh, Christopher Bieber saying we should do at least 4 laps. Sure, we can do 4 laps here. I just find usually after... I find not much change usually happens come lap 3. But let's see. Maybe I'm wrong here. Let's see how much the grid moves in the 4th lap. Okay, Philness also voting 4 laps. Fantastic. I like the support. I like the feedback, the information. All right, now cars for Dragon Trail. This is a track that will really remind you and prove the point of how important being consistent with a car and picking that consistent car is. Because here it's consistency or wall. There's no in between. If you're not perfectly used to the car, you're probably going to eat some wall. And I can probably prove that just by taking any other car other than the 911. I feel like I kind of feel like the Aston Martin, it kind of fits well here. Let me know what favorite car you have for Dragon Trail. Oh, that is weird that it didn't come up under friends. Ronan, have you made it in though now? You have. Okay, great. Good. Whew, this was a fast one. I guess people are getting used to me being up on at 9:30 for the lobby, because it is nice when we've got just pretty much the perfect number within not much time at all. This is perfect. 8 to 12 racers, I think, is perfect. You go to 16, or, you know, thankfully we can't do more, but you go to 16 and that first lap is just so hazardous. And of course 16 if you're doing 30 laps and you can have time to make up for lap 1 disaster. Oh, thank you very much, Super Doofus. Very honest of you. No Tom's Ferrari for this, I guess. Oops, no, I don't want to change. Let's start the race up. We've got the perfect number. 9 racers. Only now 9 ways to die at Dragon Trail. I probably shouldn't use that word. I don't think YouTube appreciates it very much. All right, good luck, teammates. Good luck, YouTubers. These are the YouTuber versus subscriber races. And sometimes 1 or 2, kind of randos, the randoms that we don't know how they're going to drive. Yeah, that's a really good point, Super Doofus. Ferrari and Lamborghini really doesn't like the curves, from my experiences. GTR is a good car for handling curves, so if you're new to sim racing or just new to the track, testing out in the GTR can be a great option. And the 911, if you want any power out of this, we gotta be flashing that tachometer. Ooh, not a place to hit the brakes, my mistake. Oh. Ronan, I saw you go off the track. I hope you noticed it wasn't me. It was El Willie was the one who was around you when that happened. Trying to find a spot here. Yeah, I think I found it. Oh, I have. Oh, I have not. 2 feet, I guess, from finding a spot, you could say. Whoa, avoiding a collision there. All right, the proper reaction times are back. We're in business. A little excessive slowing down on my part there. At least we got the right line. I'd rather go through slow and on the right line than to overcook and burn the chicken. Alright, I think it's time to get the traction control down. I think we'd be better served by being able to rotate the tires more while we've got the steering wheel turned. Because you can really see the power difference. Power being allowed to be put down to the wheels based on how much the steering wheel is turned. And if you have traction control at 0, well, what's supposed to happen is that there's no stability control, and if you with the pedal tell the vehicle spin those tires, it will. And sometimes a little bit of spin is nonetheless better because you got forward momentum, forward propulsion, I should say. Not momentum, propulsion. All right, but we're holding a nice healthy 6th. With these legends, it's a big deal. Oh, ate some wall. Saw that coming, but at that point, nothing to be done. Should have hit the brakes. Better to go through slow than not go through at all. Follow the tire marks. Usually will illustrate a pretty darn good line. Alright, sorry folks, I am nowhere near being able to watch anyone to have them show up in the live next race. Oh. One night off. One night off. It's usually one of my most solid races too. Maybe the repetitive 5 hours or less of sleep I've had each night this week is part of, well, yeah, lack of sleep. Getting a good proper 8 hours of sleep is definitely better for the brain. Lack of sleep as well as stress really age your brain. Oh, thank you very much for the tip. Who left that? Super Doofus. Thank you very much. Excellent tip, Super Doofus. Wow, life's a lot easier in this view. Yeah, slow in, fast out. Slow and smooth. Trying to cheat that corner a little bit too much there. Even with this view, I still did not manage to pick it up. Let's see what other views we've got. Absolutely, good point, Subufis. When you're struggling, slowing down is absolutely a good option. Okay, here, not much of a turn, so we don't have to go to the limits, but let's go to the limits here. From the outside, follow those tire marks. Elevated turn with all the weight on the back of the vehicle. When the back of the vehicle crosses that elevation point on the candy canes, it unbalances the vehicle. And same result there. Catch the elevation point on the candies and you've gone too far, too much candy. And then comes the crash. Well, Perseverance will either bounce back tonight or bounce back another night. Zayn Malik, good evening. Thank you very much for dropping a little hello, putting a little kindness into the comment section. Yeah, Dano, very good game. Up in third, fantastic. We had Edouard Gagnon, a Canadian, up in first. JCCR, Jay Rizio in second, and Dano in third. Well done. Good game, folks. Had I been able to just switch to one of your camera views, I think I would have, for those watching the live, I would have taken us all out of our misery and just switched to someone else's camera view. It looks like now the wife is going to go through having fever and being very cold and very hot and incoherent and not have the brain work all that well. At least that was my experience for the last week. We had a little scare with our daughter, but everything's good with our daughter now, and that's what counts. Now, Dano, what race do you select? 666. Thank you for saying good race. I know you meant the race generally. If you'd have seen my racing, you'd say, ooh, that was not a good race personally. But as a group, I think that was a very good, clean race. Good job, folks. All right. All right, so Dano, let me know what race you'd like to hit up. Let's see, did Dano answer me and I just didn't catch it? Philness GT! Look at all those badges because Philness has been a big time supporter. Folks, if you haven't checked out Philness's channel, please do. He's an excellent driver. He's very entertaining, and you will not be disappointed in his sim racing content. Daytona. I'm not surprised you wrote that. I even thought about not asking you and just saying, I bet Dano wants Daytona. Let's go race Daytona. And JCCR Ronan saying, God bless and peace be with you. 100% support that message. And I actually have something, while the race is loading up and people are getting on, something that I want to share from science and also that fits in very well if you follow the New Testament in the Bible. I found this very interesting. So, because the Bible and actually many religions talk about being focused on, kindness, appreciation, focusing on your blessings, finding the positive, everything that's, been deemed as good for the spirit. But here's a little bit of science that fits in really well with that. So some studies were made on brain size and brain activity, and every complaint that you make triggers your amygdala and it's the brain's built-in alarm system. If it messages danger because you're being negative, it's going to message danger when actually nothing's really, wrong, but it's still going to react like it's sort of like a life or death. It's going to release all sorts of cortisol. So once triggered, your amygdala floods the body with cortisol, the stress hormone. 1 minute of negativity creates hours of hormonal chaos. So here's the truth that was discovered by this science these science experiments. So repetition rewires the brain. Neurons that fire together wire together, and the more you complain, the faster your brain locks into negativity. And it's that negativity that's going to get the cortisol to be released. So your hippocampus, the brain's learning and memory hub, shrinks under constant cortisol. So you're actually causing yourself brain damage by being negative. The more often you're negative, the more often and longer you'll be negative for, because the brain rewires towards negativity. So it's the same kind of brain damage that's found in trauma patients and PTSD. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex, your decision-making center, shuts down when you have the cortisol release. Negativity literally makes you less sharp in real time. Maybe I've been too negative. I had a negative week, lots of stress, and I have not been sharp with the racing tonight. Even worse, complaining spreads. Just 3 minutes of hearing someone rant activates your mirror neurons, and your brain starts copying their stress. That's why chronic complainers drain your energy. Your body mirrors their brain patterns. So the cycle goes like this. Complaint unlocks cortisol. Unlocking cortisol too often means memory loss. That creates the fear response, and then your brain gets rewired for more complaints. Your brain can rewire itself in the opposite direction, though, so that's the good news. And clearly, focusing on good news is going to be the moral of this. Research shows that gratitude can help grow the hippocampus. Mindful language lowers cortisol, and reframing challenges builds resilience circuits. So many religions, especially, the New Testament that talks about, forgiving others, loving those around you, sharing kindness, ties right into the benefits that these science studies came out with. So it's like feeding your brain if you're positive. So mindful language lowers cortisol. So speak kindly to yourself, speak kindly of others. So the next time you feel the urge to complain, pause, reframe, or replace it with gratitude. And the New Testament's all about gratitude no matter what you're going through. Gratitude and faith. Your brain pays attention to every word you say. Complaining creates chaos. Gratitude fuels growth. Choose carefully. So I just thought I'd share that because I found that to be extremely helpful. Because I've gone through periods in my life where I've been unbelievably positive to then at one point feel that, I'm being too naive, this is why I'm getting walked over, and then figured I need to be more, negative, more complaining, less kind to not get walked all over. But science proves that being kind to others and speaking kindly to yourself isn't just good for the people around you, it's actually good for you. And being around negative people is not good for you. So always good to be in a place of gratitude. And let's share some kindness in this next race to tie it all back to racing. Folks, pick your cars. Let's see a lot of AMGs and Vipers, and I think that's a fantastic choice. Let's Viper it up. You know what? I'm going to be a little different, and I'm going to run the McLaren. Soft tires, good to go. Sorry for the wait, folks. Just wanted to share some positivity and kindness into the world. I think that one thing that we all need is to feel like we're contributing, to have a sense of pride in our accomplishments and a sense of, meaning. And a sense of meaning can just mean, you really feel that you make a difference because you're, helping people out. All right. And, sorry. My mistake. Here we go. Moving on. Make a mistake. Say you're sorry and move on. There we go. But yes, today's society, something that definitely has been lowered is people spend a lot less time than they used to around friends and family as we get more isolated with technologies, as people spend less time in communities, or at least not in positive communities. Online communities generally I think there's a lot of not positive online communities. All right, here we go in the McLaren. Let's give the McLaren a shot, see if it can save my shoddy driving this evening. being kind, not just good for others, but also definitely good for yourself. This is an interesting view. I'm enjoying it. Finding it easier to see where the track is, and the McLaren is solid. I'm liking this. It's a very solid mid-engine car, which are notoriously not all that solid. Oh, that was interesting. Interesting turn of events. Oh, even pushed a little bit of a... Whoa, it felt like I pushed from behind, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe this thing just isn't accelerating like the 911, which is the car I'm used to. We got L. Willie! We'll follow this McLaren. Slipstream is on real. So this is simulating what real slipstream will get you. Good job, but a dog. You did a nice clean pass there. Very much appreciated. And we got JCCR Ronan up in first with Dano in second, and this time Edward Gagno in third. So that's interesting. Still the same three players, just in a different order. That's good to see. NSX sounding very nice in that Rev Happy VTEC. All right, let's power through here. Go to the complete outside. No, we had the Nissan just quit out. Top lap going to JCCR Ronan with a 1:59. Pretty darn flat right there. Let's see if we can get down to, I'll be very happy for only 2 seconds slower, because Ronan is a bit of a legend. Very fast, a lot of legends in the lobby tonight. Thanks for making it in, guys. Oh, sorry, Ronan. You're a ghost, and then all of a sudden you were not ghost. And Ronan, if you're booted off the track by the same racer again, let me know, and we'll get to a kickin'. Definitely can't go Batman, because I'm not catching up to the top of the pack in this race. Perfect, Ronan. I am glad to do that. When it's in the title, and people can't respect or read the title, I did notice that Edward, after he could have just been, said sorry and like it's an accident, seemed to kind of be arguing about it on his end. So hard-headed and hard-bumpered. No, the weekly races is where there's way too much non-actual sim racing going on, and these lobbies are meant to simulate actual races where people don't, have $1 million mistakes or deliberate $1 million bashings. Coming in on the 110 mark for the straightaway. A little faster, but not quite fast enough. Ooh, 4 seconds. Oh, I think I know what happened. I'm wondering if Dano did a little Batman on Edward. If so, sometimes a little, at least in the sim world, not in the real world, but in the virtual world, a little vigilante-ism isn't always a bad thing. Bad for your end results, but it can definitely feel good helping a friend out. Or hoping that you might have taught the person something. Oh, there goes our teammate, JCCR Ronan. Wow, I love that livery. I love the color combo. It's very... I was gonna say Miami Beach, like Miami Vice style, but no, there's no pink or yellow or orange. I guess it's American flag style with those colors. I love it, but I would, so impressive that I'm actually getting distracted. I'm focusing just on that. Yes, very nice, Dano. Well done. Doing a Batman for the teammate. Now, you know something horribly went wrong at the top of the pack when we got Dano or Ronan chilling and hanging out with me back here, usually in the middle to the bottom of the pack. I have my nights, though. I have my nights. All right, 110.1. And now we're talking. Now we have a chance to get about a 150 here. Quick little braking through that section. Oh yes, we might even get a 149. I'm liking the McLaren. Let me know how you feel about the McLaren, why you like it, or maybe why you don't like it. I like how stable it is. It's an easy car to drive. Excuse me. It's Friday night, folks. There's no alcohol in this. I'm not a drinker anymore, but I can say Prost, cheers. Or chin chin. Never liked that one. I don't like it when things are just repeats of the sound that it makes. Bye-bye, Edward. Maybe next time you'll drive just a little more, less Joker style. Lagging Dilly gotcha. Alright, that's coming from Dilly, so he's not reporting. Alright, folks, we had a battle at the top of the pack. Let's do this again. Let's get it right this time. Let's keep the violence out of it. I'm going to compare with the regular driver. Now, let's, that one wasn't a clean race, so let's do that one again. Oh, Dano saw Edward beating up on multiple people. Well, thanks for reporting him, guys. If there's anyone else before we start the race, let me know, and I'll clean house, and then we'll start the race right up. Really good live to ride to see you in again. Always appreciate it. Teammate JCCR Ronan. We got JCCR J Rizio. Dano, a teammate as well. So really good. We got the teammates versus the subscribers, and sometimes a random or two. Live to ride. Always great to see you, but pick out your car, buddy. Put on your tires and hit that green check so we can get this race going. Let's see what people are driving here. Ooh. Viper? That is Viper. I'm just not, I bet that's Viper. I'm not used to seeing it. Oh no, it's the Corvette. My mistake. We got the 458 Italia. Dutchy Pothead, L. Willie in a McLaren here. Live to ride with the Corvette. Good choice for this race. Viper, top choice. Top livery. Wow, very nice. And Trip. And I'm going to go and be a weird one in the 911. It's Friday night, and we're getting down to the Friday Night Friends races. Oh, no worries, Christopher Bieber. That's why it's great. If people can have the channel on, I can, verbally communicate with you. Whereas when you're just in the lobby, that doesn't, have any way to really communicate all that quickly. We can get in and out of races faster. I can pick up more, not last place, just because purely out of perseverance. Slow takeoff in the 911. One of the slowest first gears, but the most usable first gear, so fun to have it on a track. Oh yeah, Tom, I'm gonna stick around. I'm not closing up shop until you get at least a race in. Whoa, sorry. I was full on the brakes there. But I guess we all went through there. The top of the pack went through slowly, so we all had to adjust. Oh, it's nice when you got a wide enough track to still take that PlayStation sign. I'm helping to employ people. Someone now needs to go and put that sign back in the right position. That's what the sponsors are for, job creation. I really love driving a 911 in the real world as well, even though I have one of the generations of the 911 that make the least amount of sound, but it makes for a very comfortable ride. It's nice driving on the highway. There's no exhaust drone, even though I've removed the catalytic converters. The new Porsche lawnmower, absolutely. Porsche now making a lawnmower. They do make electric bikes. They're trying to sell me an electric bike, or one of three. One was like $15,000. Yeah, I'm sorry, but an electric bike that says Porsche on it, just take my mountain bike and slap Porsche stickers on it if I wanted to. Putting lipstick on a pig does not make the pig bride material. Just like slapping on that Porsche sticker onto an electric bike doesn't, bring all the racing heritage and know-how to a bicycle. But a dog coming back on the track. Hopefully you just didn't see the car there, but I'll be watching him. Just did the same over rotation slide that But a Dog did. And I'm in last place. Let's fix this. Oh, that'd be amazing. Getting the real 911, and the real 911 needs a paint job anyway. The clear coat's not perfect. It looks perfect from 20 feet, but is so far from perfect at 2 feet. Yeah, having a livery, having this livery design on my 911, that'd just be too perfect. Great idea. Even if it's just mostly the colors, because it starts off, if it's just the black and red colors, then with time, the extra decals. All right, 150 flat. Let's get this down to 149. Get back on the throttle real early there, so we need to go in slow, come out so fast, use up the whole track. So from the complete outside here, follow these tire marks, catch the apex, ease into the throttle, and look at me following the big boys behind in last, but Quite a few legends up ahead. And following is the way we learn. That was an impressive power slide. I like the look of the C7 Corvette. I like the look of the C7 Corvettes more than the C8s, but I love the C8s. If you take the Targa top C8, manually removed Targa top, what's amazing, you can see the engine right there. Love that. And that reminds me, I need to edit and put out my Johnny's Car Carrying Reviews 2025 Chevrolet Corvette video. Oh, we made it through quickly there. I think we're going to pull a 149. I think we got the 149 in us. We're getting gassed out by the little dog. 6.5 pounds and makes odors like a 400-pound man. No, 148.8. Oh, but JCCR Ronin pulling a 146.1, showing us that a little bit of practice and perseverance can really bring down your time. Now this is the 911, we gotta really rev it out because it increases in speed the most quickly once that bar, tachometer bar, or RPM bar starts to really flash out and rev out, but not a full rev out. Thank you very much, Super Doofus. Alright, let's get this up to 139. 140. Here we got a sixth gear shift at 160. Not catching up quick enough. At least we're having fast laps here, getting to watch the traffic from a distance. Alright, we have a 148 again in us. Yes, 148.9. Good game, absolutely, Dano. Good game. Back to being between, wow, Ronin, Rizio, and Dano, top of the chart. Super Doofus, if you're ready, you can pick the next race. That race was incredible. No weird stuff going on. From what I saw, at least, if there's something that needs to be reported, let me know. But Super Doofus, do you have a pick? If not, I guess I'll pick one. Barcelona, fantastic. Oops. No. I think I just made the one mistake I'm not supposed to make. And that is exactly that. I can't exit. It'll be right back up, folks. Sorry about this. Won't be long at all. Load settings. Boom, boom, boom. And Barcelona. Barcelona. Yeah, Super Doofus, that was my fault. When I saw that, I'd accidentally picked the same race again. We all got the boot. Barcelona. Yeah, Ronin, 100% my fault. Here we go. Grand Prix layout. Few less laps because it's a big one. Sorry, Knight Rider Jim. And we got Adventure Boys TV. Oh, fantastic, Adventure Boys TV. Glad that you found a lobby that works for you. We do really try to have clean lobbies. I boot out the people that, and you know, half to 3/4 of the drivers Lambo time are usually JCCR Racing Team subscribers, and only a few randos. So the subscribers know how we race. The few randos, well, they just get booted. They can always come back another night and try again. No, I haven't started a permanent ban list. All right, let's see. How does Barcelona go again? I think I need to do a little quick lap here as people get back in after my horrendous mistake. Let's try no traction control. Let's try to do a thing with no assistance. It's the type of assistance that doesn't do the driving for you. It just diminishes the possibility for error. The mountain, yeah, Christopher Bieber, trial mountain, I guess, is what you mean by the mountain. Because Deep Forest is kind of we actually literally drive through mountains. Oh, Mount P. Panorama, Bathurst, yes, absolutely. Good call. Woo! Slip and slide time. Yeah. 360. Thought I could pull another 360 off there, but we've got 8 racers, which will be just A-okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, no, we have a full house. ARJD Zilla, hit it up. Ooh, we got an A driver in the house. Very nice, very cool. Pick your cars, get your tires on. It's this race can get pretty slippery. I almost feel like this is a situation where I don't know the race very well. I need a car that can allow me to make a few more mistakes. Kind of feel like it's a good time to crack out the McLaren, or if for really a slip avoidance, you got the GTR Nismo. Yeah, it's a McLaren race here. Here we go. Let's start up the race. Oh, cannot start the race because we're missing. Here we go. Let's get down to business. JCCR Super Doofus in a new livery on the Ferrari. Smashing friend. Smashing good looks on that livery. What is going on? All right, start myself up in 7, but we've got the A+ already in first. That's rough. All right, back to the real deal. The truest of all views. Truest. It's the most sim racer view, but in the real world, when you're, I guess when you have a helmet, you do miss a bit of the track, but in the real world, without a helmet, you have much better visuals on what's to your right. trying so hard not to hit the car beside us. Oops, sorry, friend. Sorry, Danish. Laid off the throttle to avoid a collision there. Oof. Timed that out wrong. Wrong assumption on where the R8 would be and when it would turn in. When you're the car behind, you're 100% responsible for what happens in front of you. And the car in front of you, their responsibility is to just drive. Take your line, drive at the speed and the line you're comfortable with. And it's the cars behind you, as long as you're not brake checking people. The cars behind you who are responsible for not hitting you. When you top out the top of a gear, all of a sudden you get all sorts of steering. Ferrari definitely turns in better than this, but this has stability. It's got a great sound. It's just very stable, and I'm really needing this on a track that I'm like, what's the next turn? Where am I? What's going on? Oh, we got Donut Maker right there, making some sweet donuts off the side. And drop your favorite kind of donut. Not the rubberized kind. We all like rubber donuts. What are you? Dunkin' Donuts, Tim Hortons. I really like the donuts outside of Montreal. Actually, I really like the Sherbrooke donuts called Duquettes. They're maple, old style donuts. Ooh, that's going to be a time. That's a little... Guess I was going a little too slow for someone's liking. Alright, let's get back on the race, I guess. But donuts they have in the States and donuts that they have here that are incredible are the place that actually have a red light for when the donuts have just been made. And if anyone can name that donut place, bonus points. Maybe bonus pounds on the scale as well, but they're such good donuts. So when they make their donuts fresh, there's a red light that will flash on the outside. You see that red light flashing, you go in, you're about to get an incredible little treat for the mouth. Ooh, Jay Rizio with a 147.9. Good job. Okay, getting the suggested gear. Second gear, avoid the slippery green and dark gray patches on the side here of the track. Avoid that right there. Especially in the Lambo, especially in the 911 or the 450, the McLaren, handling it quite well. Hey, not as bad as last lap. exactly the right attitude in life. Hey, not as bad as the last time. And then, ooh, I made a mistake. What could I have done differently? Hello, friend. Whoa, looking in the wrong direction. So we got a little freebie there at the end. Adventure Boys TV, fantastic being on the second lap. Sorry you got booted. You can always come back, make it in. We're under JCCR Race Clean. Yeah, let's get some shared trauma over at Mount Traumorama. Like it. Very good call there. Oops. No. No. Cancel. Oh, no, wait. We have to initiate to go. Here, we'll initiate so that we can go pick the race. That was a fun race. Mount Butthurts. 3 laps. All right, and if there's any dirty dancing that you witnessed, remember when we dance, you gotta leave a little bit of space. But if there's some dirty dancing on the track, let me know if you think someone, if you're sure someone really deliberately gave you the boot, or if someone just, maybe just really doesn't have an understanding of where to be and how to be, and they're just constantly hitting people. Let me know. This is called the JCCR Racing Clean or Kick Lobby from the JCCR Racing Team. Don't forget, folks, check out Super Doofus's channel, as well as Philness GT and Knight Rider. And Dano, if I'm not mistaken, I was on his channel. I'm like, oh, what's this? It was good. Good to pick up people's YouTube channels. Let's help each other out in the community. Someone writing, I'll just apologize now. That sounds like it's accidental. Or maybe bad humor, but hopefully it's a way of saying, hey, look, I make mistakes. Sorry about it. Oof, very tempting to go through here with the McLaren because it's just so solid. But let's make life difficult. Let's throw on the 911 just because I find it oh so incredibly good looking. Those 911s, love the looks, can't stay off of them. Can't stay off of them, can't keep them on the track. All right, 9, good. I don't really want 12 going to turn 1 on any of the laps. Mount Panorama Motor Racing Circuit, also affectionately known as Mount Butthurts. Gotta get that radar on. Important tool. No radar on the track when we got these blind spots. It's like a sailor without a compass or GPS or navigation now. Should have braked that to 50 really. Alright, let's go to the outside, give it a little safety brake so I don't ram into anyone. Avoid going too close to that wall because it'll just suck you in. Oh no! Sorry, Live to Ride, you were already sideways when I gave you a wee bit of a push, and JCCR Super Doofus taking to the wall so he would avoid hitting us. Thank you very much, Tom. I know our speed difference was very different, so you use the wall to slow yourself down so you wouldn't T-bone me. T-bones are something we can eat with our friends, good bonding experience, but we don't want to T-bone our friends. Oh, I've gone in here quickly. right, we get the pack, the top of the pack now with Costi, Dano, JCCR Ronan, and Mach Fu in the top 4. I'm playing with a nice little 5th, and I know Jay Rizio is going to be catching up and passing me pretty soon. Between the 100 and the 50, I believe, is the correct zone to start braking. 9 seconds off. Well, let's see what the first real lap is going to give us for results for top speed. But right now it is Costi who's got the fastest kind of lap and is in first place. Alright, the goal is to get through there without letting off the pedal. Same thing for here to get through. The goal is to do it without letting, or very slightly letting off the pedal if needed. Always better to lay off the pedal than to eat the wall. Brake in this section, then brake in that section. Alright, this is definitely a huge improvement from Mount Panorama for me. And really, whatever endeavor you're taking on in life, the goal is just about making either small daily improvements or making mistakes daily. Because that's a learning experience when you're open and honest with your mistakes and yourself. No point in cheating ourselves by lying to ourselves. Oh, and I think that would have been I think that would have been a fast lap, but oh, I'm sorry. Oh no, I'm gonna just chill off the track here until I can safely get back on. Sorry about that, Jay Rizio. I was just floating. Oh, very, very nice livery, Jay Rizio. Well, I've got company now, so this is going to be nice. And JCCR Ronan picking up the fastest lap with a 206.6. Well done. Dano up in first. We got our Texas Ranger up in first. So at the 50, break it down to, I think, second. Yeah, and then 911 second is the right gear through there. Mr. Gaming 21. Thank you for making it back in. Haven't seen you in a while, but good to see you again. All right. Yeah. You can get back to racing in the lobbies now from Monday to Friday, usually every day from Monday to Friday. We get into the main weekly race. Starting at 9:30, we do one, at most 2 weekly races. Then we jump in and do the YouTubers versus subscriber races. Usually for about an hour. Made it there in an untraditional manner, not so smooth, but we got through and it wasn't too slow. And we might even, let's see if we pick up 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. for classes. Okay, that's not so bad. Early shift should have been at 160 miles per hour. I guess another lap to get 7th in. But Dano in first. Solid. Good game, mate. Oh, we got the position right at the end, but we also got what in the real world would be a very serious accident. Costly accident. I don't use the e-brake. I use my left foot down on the brake, and I rev it up, and then I try to just let go of the brake the way you would in a car that you drive. Maybe not your daily driver, but your essentially daily driver. A standard sports car, I should say. All right, that was nice. Now, let me know. Are we doing this race again, or do you have another last race of the night suggestion to make? I'm not sure how to use it. I don't have... maybe I have an e-brake, but I don't think I have an e-brake. Oh, yeah, I know. We can't see the hood of the car. Well, when we can see the hood of the car, it is probably the most beneficial, or one of the most beneficial views. You see the hood, you see your sides. It's pretty much perfect. Christopher Bieber, good point. Yeah, we don't see enough of the hood in this one. It's as if we're sitting really low in the vehicle. Oh, the circle button. Okay. Have to read through the instructions. The problem is I've got one base and I have an unlisted I bought this used, right? So I don't have the box. All it says on it is thrust master, so I'm not sure what button. I've looked through the button schematics that the game offers, and none of them match up to this. All right, let's... Fuji. Always Fuji. Why not? Why not? There's always a demand for Fuji, I feel, and I rarely ever feed that demand, so... Top right, is it? Let's see here. Nope. I'm sorry. No Fuji, yeah. I'm not a fan of Fuji. Let's keep Fuji for tomorrow night. Let's finish up the race. All right. So where can we finish up the night? Okay, you gotta practice Fuji? Sure. Okay, we'll do Fuji. Let's just see if I can actually catch where this is at. I am completely dying off. Well, let's do Sardinia because it's right here. And, okay, Red Bull. Sure, Red Bull is a classic. We'll do the last race. We'll do 5 laps of Red Bull. Let's get it done. Sorry for the long delay. Too many 4 or 5 hour nights with 4 or 5 hours, but with waking up 3-4 times. So just, I am zonked. I feel like I'm racing at the quality that I was racing like 4 months ago. I've regressed to, I guess, too much negativity, as we covered earlier. Negativity or harmful self-talk, complaining, all that rewires your brain, releases cortisol, rewires your brain, shrinks the brain. Let's get it. Yes, let's get it. Let's just first make sure that everyone gets that green check button. So JCCR, J Rizio, and Live to Ride, please hit up that green button, and we'll get this last race in. If I want to get my gold star on my chart, I got to be in bed before 11 here, folks. And it's looking like I won't be making that. right, let's get the rust off the disc calipers. The discs or the calipers. Fair enough, gaming. Fair enough, gaming 21. Well said. Oh, I just came out the middle of that mega crash. And that takes me from the bottom of the pack right into the middle of the pack. Hello, Porsche brother. Live to ride, looking sharp in that Porsche 911. One of the most beautiful vehicles ever made. And it just gets better and better. Essentially the same classic design, but it looks better every generation. Up to 140. Not pretty. It shows that I think off track isn't a penalty at the moment, and it shows because I went definitely off track there. Jay Rizzio's off the track, a bit of a fender bender, hopefully not actually a fender bender, hopefully that was a slide out, but if you've been booted off the track, let me know. We're doing a thing, we're in fourth. See if we can hold on to it, or if we can actually close this gap. That'd be even better than holding on to fourth. We're 2.38 seconds, and we are bringing it down. Missed the line by a mile, but we'll get it this time. We are not closing the gap. The top of the pack is very quick, but glad that our teammate Dano is leading it. .140 switch into fifth. Fifth, we need to get up to 160. 159, 160 before we get into sixth. Oh, and a little bit too much speed bump and you'll slide right out. So here we are. We were catching back up, but now the car is behind us with Live to Ride and getting pretty close up. Not feeling the heat yet, but it's going to be coming. Alright, we got 2 laps to make it happen here, 2.5 seconds. It'll take some very good driving to catch up to these legends up in gold, silver, and bronze. The podium positions. not that far off the fastest lap. 1.6 seconds. Professional racing, that'd be disastrous, but for what we do, 1.6 seconds isn't that much. Alright, complete outside, let's get it down in the suggested first gear. Crossover without getting that inside speed bump. And we're closing up the gap quite a bit. Yeah, we've dropped 2 seconds. We're making progress. That little zone right there, crossover, catch apex, and throttle down hard for that section. And Harry El Chucho doing a good job keeping us off. Back to a 1 second gap. Last lap, anything can happen in the final lap battle. We got Live to Ride, 2.7 seconds behind us, and 1.2 with the cars in front of us. Oh, that was our chance to make it through, but now we're in second. We didn't make it through, but we made it through. We crashed, but didn't crash quite as badly as the other cars. That was devastating. So now the whole pack's going to be closer. This is interesting. This is going to be... Hey, I said anything can happen in the final lap, and that's proof that we've got 3 cars now, 2 cars behind us, because there was yet another crash in the corner. Red Bull is a blast. Oh no, not gravel on the tires. This could prove problematic. Trying to use as much of this track as possible. Try to keep the cars behind us off of us. Oh, and I think we did pull it off here. Ronan, oh my goodness, would not have lasted another lap with Ronan behind us. But we did a thing! Dano, teammate up in first. We picked up a silver in second, and we've got JCCR Ronan in third with the bronze. Live to Ride, great work. Super Doofus in 5th. That is, I'm not sure if Live to Ride. I think Live to Ride is on Team RSR. I'll have to look at that again. But yeah, the JCCR team is all at the top. Good race, absolutely. Absolutely. So let's see, Live to Ride. All right. Yeah, you didn't die at all. You got 5th. Fantastic. Great work. Blessed to have you all along for the ride. Thank you so much. Took me the whole night to kind of wake up and get my reflexes a little sharper. Dulled reflexes, I guess. A little brain shrinkage from all the cortisol release from all the stress of this week. 2 days I missed going to the gym because there's 2 days I didn't get lunch or supper. I just worked 11 hours straight running. So yeah, Gaming 21, you didn't do so bad at all. All right, so I just want to finish it up with some beautiful landscapes and hopefully a positive, helpful message. Folks, blessed to have you along for the ride. In life, science proves it. Many different realms, or the word I'm looking for, but different spiritual groups talk about it. It is and the New Testament is also about positivity, kindness, love, and the huge one, gratitude. And science is proving that gratitude and positivity will grow the part of your brain that's in a section that's very important for memory, that's very important for a lot of your proper healthy functioning, your mental capacity, your reaction times. Important here, reaction times. And negativity, though, because if you're constantly in that fight or flight mode with the cortisol releases into the brain, your brain also gets rewired and can shrink your brain, and you can have a brain behaving like it's been through, like it has a post-traumatic stress disorder that essentially is just damaged. So, being good to others, being positive to others, not talking behind people's backs, not just living in the realm of negativity. The dark side will shrink your brain, and the light side will grow your brain. So, folks, grow your brains, stay healthy, stay positive, my friends. Kindness is free. You got to be pretty darn cheap to not share some kindness. And ask one major but easy to accomplish favor. Please, folks, hit that like button. It really helps bring this material to more racers. And the more racers and people that we get in here, more people, more knowledge, and more knowledge does equal more power. So, folks, thank you so much for all that you've helped me out with, what you've done for the community. Keep staying positive. Keep putting out some goodness into the world. Godspeed and God bless everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back. We don't have a championship race tomorrow, so I don't know when we'll be back, but I'm going to see if we can get a nice little lobby race in together tomorrow. So stay tuned, take care, and Godspeed, everybody.